Meow facts. We've already done this guy where we got meow facts. For some reason, cat facts and things like that for cats are very popular API things. There's several of these. Well, we get our response from our URL, which is a JSON, which looks like a dictionary of things. Here. So it's a dictionary of key value pairs, or sometimes it has lists in it. Just depends. We already have requests installed because we've done this before. We get the information from here, and the information from there is, looks like this. Let's see, MEOW, back. API, I can't remember the rest of it. We'll just do a, there it is. This is our guy. You should have a link. Oh, there it is. That's what it looks like. That's interesting. That must be why there's so many cat facts, because all these facts are interesting. A cat can sprint. Ooh. Look at there. Wouldn't you like to be that cat? Okay, moving on. So we get our JSON response. We have built into our request library converts JSON into something Python can understand. Even though it looks the same, it's not the same as far as Python is concerned. Then we print out the whole thing for troubleshooting. That's called print debugging. And then we get our data. Well, here's our response. 200 means, yep, we got a good connection to the web server. This is our data. It's a dictionary with a list because you can get more than one meow fact at a time if you wish. I'm only getting one because that's about as much as I need. Now, we need a good icon, right? You don't have to do it right now, but I have a little kitty cat on mine. We already have a Tkinter program from our tutorials. So what you want to do is not do everything from scratch. Though we have all these things, and what was our last one? We had Celsius to Fahrenheit. That might be a good one to start with because that has a lot of what we need. Part of what we want is just the basic outline of stuff, right? It has a widgets method. It has a calculate. You know, it has the framework. So do we have to do everything from scratch? No. Let's take our Fahrenheit to Celsius program and modify it because it gives us the frame of what we want to start with. So I am going to copy that, or it could be any other program that you've done. This just happens to be the one that I could find. So I'm going to copy that, put it into here. Ooh, look at all this stuff I have. I don't need there. Yes. All right. So I should probably rename it. Meow. Meow facts. Is this exactly what we need? No. But do you want to type it in all from scratch? No. I do have my tutorial, but there's nothing wrong with starting from here and figuring out what I have to trust myself again. So as we have, whoa, I keep forgetting. I'm like, this is a new program. All right, so now I have an interpreter. Goodness gracious. There. It's still going to come up and ask for interpretation. Okay, so we're importing both Tkinter modules. One is the older one. This is the one that goes on top and makes it pretty. And this is never going to let me get by with that. This part's fine. We need a in window. We need widgets. We need to call the main loop. This part's going to be the same. Do we need to get anything for this? No, we're not calculating. We're not doing any of these things. So do we need this method? No, we can get rid of it. Or we can convert it into our get. Do I have a get?
Yeah.
Get data. Yeah, we can convert it into get data. I should throw this over here so I can remember what I'm doing rather than making it all up from scratch. Okay, so this could be changed to a get data. Now, one of the handy things in Python and Visual Studio Code is if you click something, notice how it highlights, press the F2 key, we can change the name wherever it's referenced by doing this. So we'll get data, which is a generic way of saying getting data from an API, so we can use this skeleton to do any API we want. We've created a template of code. Well, we know this, none of this is going to work. Well, we will have an output. But, this is not going to be the text. I think I'm just going to clear all this out because we're not entering anything. Now, an important part that we need to change is, let's create our widgets. And this is aggravating me here. It will not go away. Okay, we'll have to let it not aggravate me. So when in our display, we have a huge amount of widgets, don't we? We have where's it at? We have a button and a label. That's it. Pretty simple. Because all we're doing is saying, get a new Meow fact. And then we're saying, display the Meow fact. That's it. So we do need a label. And let's see. A good generic name for that might be, and the convention I use for labels is LBL _ and then whatever the purpose of it is. So I'm just going to say LBL display because that's the only thing it's going to do is display. And that makes it generic. I can use it later on in another program. So is our label going to have text to start with? No. So we can just create a blank label with nothing in it. Because when we start, it's going to be empty. And that's the only label we need. We don't need output, but we do need a button. So this will be, what do you think that should be named? I use this acronyms. BTN, display. Oh, what did I call it? Get data? Oh, I called it BTN get data. That's a good one. And by doing the F2, it does everything everywhere. So I've only got two things. And actually the button in my case, I put above the display, which is just a design choice. Many things in graphical interfaces are design choices, meaning you do it because you think it looks cool. Now we have our display. We do not need this. We do not need this. We're going to put the button above, cut it, paste it. Why am I so fast at this? Practice, and I know shortcut keys. So the button is going to be at the top. This guy is going to be at the next row, and that's it. Nothing else. We don't really need to set the focus on anything. We're good. We probably should name this something. So this should be the one cool cat. One of my interestingly humorous students called it that. So I just thought that was good. Not in a bad way. He's a very interesting student. I liked having him in class. Interesting for me is not generic. Interesting is what I look for. I like interesting. We got our widgets. Do we have anything that's going to blow up? Oh yeah, this is going to blow up. So we need to do pass. Otherwise it's going to blow up. I think we have everything that'll create our basic guy. So let's run him. See if I can find my interpreter. Ooh, it works, but it's not very cool, is it? What should we do with it? Probably make it bigger. Otherwise, it's going to go like this as we get different sizes of stuff. So we probably want to put in a size, which I realized we didn't do that with this one. The root is the root window. We're going to change some of the properties of the root. So self.root.geometry, which is the size. So we can put in 320 by 230. That'll be this. If we want it to be a specific place in the window, X, Y coordinates, did I do that right? X, Y, there we go. We would do this, we put in a plus 250. That's not a plus, is it? Where's Hope when you need her? 250, that'll set it down from the upper left-hand corner, 250 pixels down, 250 pixels over. You can set it anywhere you want. I'm not going to put in an icon because I don't have one, but this is fine. Does this improve our program? Yeah. We click convert, we can get our answer here. PK is kind of a dumb title bar, so let's fix that, which it actually is title. We'll just say, oh, one cool cat's going to be pretty long, isn't it? We'll just say cool cat. Sometimes it doesn't fit in the title bar. Anyway, we got our widgets. We got things more or less going. We are not going to calculate. So I'm going to take out that doc string. I'm not going to change that. We do need to get our response. Now, this piece is going to be very similar. In fact, almost exact. Oh, we got to find it. Almost exactly the same as what we did in our client, our CLI one. So do you like typing? And does your program have to look exactly like mine? What are the answers to those questions, do you think?
No.
So no to you don't like typing, or no to does it have to be exactly same as mine, or no to both?
Oh.
Yeah, doesn't have to look exactly. What I'm looking for is evidence of understanding. So here it is. This is, I think, the one we did. You see, I've kept some other student stuff because they're very interesting. And I can't spell install right. I've been using this assignment since 21. You'd think in 4 years, I would have figured that out. Wouldn't you? So is this going to be different? No. We still need a URL. And we could put the URL here. We could put it out here. That's fine. Constants do not change, so this is perfectly appropriate. What else do we need? We need to get our response, probably. We need to get the information from the URL. Where do we get the information? Oh, there it is, right? That's our guy. Is this exactly like my program in the thing? No. But that is the first thing we do. We have to get the data and get things lined up. And somebody did not import requests, did they? There we go. Now we have requests. So now we're getting the response. This is in JSON, right? So we need to convert it into something that Python can understand, and the request library is very cool. In 2 lines, you have everything into a data structure. Believe me, some other programs take like all kinds of stuff. Look at that, we're done. Is our display going to be the same? No, but getting our Meow fact is, which is in here somewhere. Oh, there it is. That might not be the same name, but oh, it is data. And we'll call it a Meow fact. Now notice with all these guys, am I using self? Remember, self makes it belong to the class, and I can use it anywhere. Do I need to use response everywhere? No. Do I need to use data everywhere? No. Do I need to use Meow fact everywhere? No. Because I can display the information right after this. So this should actually be get data and display it or something, but we need self.lbl. That's why I like naming these that way, because then all my labels pop out. I don't have to remember what I called it. LBL display.configure. And you can use config or configure. Either one does the same thing. I'm going to change the text property. Labels have text properties that you can set at the beginning or change them at any time. And this is going to be my Meow fact. What did I miss?
You don't need brackets or you don't need quotations.
Oh, that's right, yeah, because it's a variable. I don't know why I put that in there. It's a variable. So it's a string variable, because we're getting the data from our dictionary and it's all strings at this point. Thank you, Sean. And does it look lovely? Oh, yeah. Ooh, oh, what is all this about? It's jumping around and making weird things. Now my whole thing, oh, it went berserk. We may have to fix something in here. Yeah, not so much. So what do you think we need to do to fix this? When you're typing in a word processor, what happens when you reach the end of the line?
You just to fit it.
It does, it adjusts to fit. So there is a label parameter that makes it adjust to fit. So here's our label. We want to put in, just like a word processor, word wrapping is what it's called, but it adjusts, we want to adjust it to fit. And I have to find it because I can, oh, it is called wrap length. I thought it was. So we can decide how wide it is before the text comes around to the next line. That's what wrap length is. It's not like RAP length, it's word wrap. Yeah, I know I'm too funny. Ooh, look at that. The screen doesn't change, but our button is wiggling around. Well, we probably better do something about that, don't you think? Hepatitis like, okay, anyway. There is another thing that we can do with this guy. We're just saying it's in the row in the column. And by default, everything is centered. So that's why it's wiggling around. And it is not intuitive, but there is a property called sticky. And it's done by north, south, east, and west. This is north, south, east, and west. You have to be oriented toward the North Pole. So if we do it to the west, that means it's going to stick to the left side. Oh, sticky. I know that's not very intuitive, but that's how you do it. You would think you would align it to the left, but aligning it to the left doesn't matter if the label wiggles around. So we're sticking the label to the left-hand side is what we're doing. We're not aligning the text. So we're going to sticky the label to the left-hand side, which is west. Who knows why they did north, south, east, and west, but they did. Whoever wrote this years and years ago. Now nothing wiggles around. Look at that. All right. A cat's brain is more similar to a man's brain than that of a dog. And they're meaning man in the, everybody sense. What do you think? A few more things I could do, but that's the basic functional program. There's other stuff in there where you don't have to click the button. You can press enter to do things, but that's really the basics of it. And that's where you start before you start getting pretty. Yes, Hope?
Why do you want it to be centered?